In the heart of Washington, D.C., amidst a stormy July sky, a highly anticipated rugby showdown unfolded between England and the USA Eagles, a match that would become unforgettable not just for the scoreline, but for the drama that thundered through the stadium even before the first whistle blew. Fans had gathered at Audi Field with excitement buzzing in the air. The stadium was packed with red, white, and blue, both British and American flags flying high, chants ringing out, and expectations running wild. But Mother Nature had her own game plan. As kickoff approached, dark clouds began creeping over the city skyline. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and, almost on cue, lightning streaked across the sky, signaling a delay. The stadium's loudspeakers announced a lightning advisory. Spectators were urged to take shelter as players were ushered back into the locker rooms. What was supposed to be a night of fierce competition turned into a test of patience for players and fans alike. The delay stretched on, the rain poured, and the tension grew. But despite the weather's theatrics, the audience remained hopeful, many refusing to leave their seats, drenched in patriotism and anticipation. After nearly an hour, the storm eased up, and the players finally returned to the field. The crowd roared with renewed energy as the whistle blew, and the game began under still flickering skies. But from the first few minutes, it was clear England had arrived with a mission. Their gameplay was sharp, their strategy fluid, and their physicality overwhelming. The U.S. Eagles, young and enthusiastic, were up against a powerhouse with decades of elite-level experience. England dominated possession early, applying immense pressure. Their forwards bulldozed through the American defense, and their backs moved with surgical precision. Within the opening 10 minutes, England secured their first try, sending their supporters into a frenzy. The Eagles, though energetic and resilient, struggled to find their footing. Every time they gained ground, England answered back with ruthless counterattack. What followed was a clinic in discipline and skill. England's scrum was nearly untouchable. Their passing game clicked beautifully, and their defense left no room for American advancement. By halftime, the scoreboard read 24-0 in favor of the visitors. It wasn't just the scoreline that stunned the fans. It was how easily England carved for the American defense, as if anticipating every move. But the night's drama wasn't over. As the second half began, another lightning advisory forced another stoppage. The match was suspended again, plunging fans into uncertainty once more. This rare double delay was frustrating, yet somehow added a cinematic intensity to the evening. When the players returned again, this time under calmer skies, it felt like the third act of a high-stakes performance. The Eagles came back fighting. Early in the second half, they pushed deep into England's territory and finally found a breakthrough, a well-earned try that gave the home crowd something to cheer about. The score now stood 24-5. Though far behind, the spirit of the Eagles couldn't be ignored. It was a small but symbolic victory, a reminder that they wouldn't go down without leaving their mark. But England had more to say. Their experience kicked in as they closed out the game with structured play and relentless offense. They added 2 more tries before the final whistle, sealing the game with a commanding 39-5 victory. While the USA team showed heart, the difference in class was apparent throughout the match. This game wasn't just about the scoreboard. It was a statement. England's commanding win came during a crucial moment for rugby in the United States. With the country preparing to host the Rugby World Cup in 2031 and the Women's World Cup in 2033, all eyes are on the development of American rugby. The U.S. Eagles are still in the building phase, blending college talent with emerging professional players. Nights like these, although tough, are part of that growth story. For England, the victory was another notch in their belt, a reminder of their global stature. But even they had to admit the atmosphere, despite the delays, was electric. The fans didn't leave. They endured the lightning, the rain, and the interruptions just to watch their teams clash on American soil. Beyond the rugby, the night was a showcase of where the sport could go in the U.S. Despite the weather, over 18,000 fans stayed through the delays. The passion was real. Kids in Eagles jerseys, entire families waving flags, chants bouncing off the stands. Rugby is slowly but surely finding a home in the American sports landscape. And with investment pouring in, over $275 million in funding from World Rugby, the vision is clear. Grow the game at the grassroots level and prepare for a global stage. For the players, especially the young Eagles squad, this match will be a powerful learning experience. They went toe-to-toe with one of the world's best teams and faced more than just the pressure of the match. They played through storms, mental fatigue, and the eyes of thousands. That's the kind of fire that forges future champions. As the lights dimmed and fans made their way home, drenched but still buzzing, social media lit up with clips from the game, both tries and thunderbolts. Hashtags like hashtag Rugby in DC, hashtag England versus USA, and hashtag Storm Game began trending. Some joked about the match being blessed by Thor himself. Others celebrated it as a sign that American rugby was ready for the world stage, lightning delays and all. In the end, it wasn't just a rout. It was a night of passion, power, and promise. England may have walked away with a victory, but rugby itself was the real winner in D.C. This match proved that the sport has a heartbeat in the U.S., and if nights like this continue, that heartbeat is only going to grow louder. With lightning above and thunder on the pitch, the world watched, and it liked what it saw.